So the year is 2016, and Apple goes ahead and makes probably one of the best iPhones I've ever had, probably from 2016 and onwards, and it was the first generation iPhone SE. Now, maybe calling it the best iPhone, maybe a little bit overstatement, but the power behind the iPhone SE and the thought process behind this iPhone was that it was a cheaper budget iPhone that you could buy, that you don't have to spend a crazy amount of money on, and it's there, right there for you if you want to go ahead and buy it. And that kept the steam going, I think, for many generations of iPhones. From the iPhone SE 1 to until the iPhone SE 2, there were like 4 years in between those devices. So you can see, within those 4 years, a lot of things changed, but so did the iPhone SE lineup. The iPhone SE lineup was always a cheaper iPhone with cheaper parts, but it was a good quality phone that you could probably buy and use. And if the first iPhone SE was a 10 out of 10, the second generation iPhone SE was probably more like a, 7.5 out of 10. Like, I definitely do think for that moment, it was pretty decent, but it definitely wasn't as impactful or as good as a pickup compared to the first generation iPhone SE. The main problem I was having with the second gen iPhone SE was that it was, it was a very old body even at that moment. It just really wasn't that great. I do understand that the better chipset and everything was great too, but at that moment, some older iPhones like an iPhone XR could have been bought in the used market for substantially cheaper than the iPhone, or at least the same price as the iPhone SE2 during that moment. So definitely one of those things to keep in mind there too. But then in 2022, just last year, Apple went ahead and dropped the iPhone SE3. Now, if the first generation iPhone SE was a 10 out of 10, the second one was a 7.5 out of 10 whatever I gave it. This, third generation iPhone SE was probably a 5 out of 10. Even probably less than that, but it was probably a 5 out of 10. The internals were great, but the exterior again was even less of a change than what it was, previously. It didn't bring any improvements really to the camera. Maybe speed got a little bit better, but it felt like almost the same phone, to be honest. And this kind of begs the question, why did this iPhone get so much worse? Why did the iPhone SE lineup get so much worse when all of the other iPhone lineups, for the most part, have been getting better and better and better? If you look at the iPhone, 7 to the iPhone, 14, there's been lots of improvements. And that's exactly how, that's the same year time lapse that the first generation iPhone SE to the third generation iPhone SE has actually gone through. So it's weird, I do understand cheaper phones are going to require cheaper parts and all that, but I still feel like Apple could have done a better job. And if they can release the iPhone SE4, I think that could change a lot of people's opinion and perspective on these devices, but it is still very interesting how Apple went ahead and kind of made this iPhone worse, kind of for no reason. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.